everybody. It is time for Monday Confessions on a Wednesday. So sorry, the last couple days have been a little crazy and I just haven't had time to record anything. So last week sucked, and I knew there would be weeks where it would, but I was kind of hoping it would be later when the mileage was a lot higher. So I was scheduled to do 50 or 51 miles, something like that. But what I did not take into account was how my body would react to doing those two back-to-back long runs, so that 14 and then an 18 miler back-to-back. My body was exhausted, my mind was exhausted, my spirit was exhausted. I just couldn't. So I ended up only last week doing about 23 miles, so not even half of the miles I was supposed to do. And so it was kind of crappy. It was also the fact that we had a huge thunderstorm for like 36 hours, and running outside was not an option unless I wanted to be drenched and potentially struck by lightning. So yeah, it was not a pretty week when it comes to mileage. So I'm just leaning on the fact that thank goodness it's happening early in training. I still have 42 weeks to go, and it is what it is. It's one of those, there are excuses, there are things, but I think also you need to, when you're training for something like this, you need to listen to your body. And if your body's saying, I'm going to break down or I'm going to get injured if you attempt to do this right now, then you kind of have to listen to it. And I would rather listen to it now, early in training, than listen to it later or have it throw me to the ground, metaphorically or actually physically. And so I'm not getting down on myself for just dropped my phone, sorry about that. So I'm trying not to get down on myself for only making it 23 miles. I mean, it's one of those it's better than nothing kind of deals. I feel like I'm back on track this week. I feel less tired, my legs feel better. So I'm just gonna keep trucking along. Like I said, I've got still 42 weeks, 2 days and something. So, I mean, there's no point in getting down on myself. I had a little bit of that mind game where my brain was like, well, if you can't even do this, then how are you gonna run 100 miles? And I just have to keep remembering and reminding myself that it's the beginning of the training. I'm not going to be Speedy Gonzalez in the first 4 weeks of training. I'm not gonna figure all this out in the first 4 weeks of training. I'm not gonna nail every run in the first 4 weeks of training. And so I kind of just have to rest in that and figure out the best ways to recover, the best ways to give myself the right nutrition. I did have a phone call with the nutritionist last week, which I will do a video on hopefully for tomorrow or Friday, sometime this week though. And so just touching on that was kind of helpful to kind of retrain my brain a little bit, so that was cool. So it is what it is, and I hope that's a good life lesson for everyone, that you're not gonna do everything perfect, whether it's something you've done forever or something you're just starting out trying to do. There's gonna be mess ups, there's gonna be figuring things out. You're never gonna figure it all out in the first 4 weeks of something. So give yourself some grace, give yourself some peace of mind, and give yourself some patience, and just know that you're doing the best you can. And if you really feel like you're not doing the best you can, then the next week, do the best you can. If you really can look at yourself and say, you know what, I could have done better, I could have given more energy, I could have given more time, all that kind of stuff, then you know what, it's good that you're being honest with yourself. I really felt like I was honest with myself and said, you know what, I did as much last week as my body would allow. So I think that's why I don't feel so down on myself, because I really went, I am giving this all I can, but my body is tired. My body did 38 miles in 2 days. And so I think that had I not done that, had I not given it my best, had I not started to change my nutrition, I think that I might have kind of fallen down that sad rabbit hole that we all can fall down sometimes whenever we quote unquote fail. But we just pick ourselves back up and then we go, okay, what can I change to make it better? So like I said, I'm changing up my nutrition. I'm trying to get more sleep because that's always been a big thing. And sleep and nutrition are the two things that will, no matter how many miles you run, will completely and utterly kill your race. If you're not getting enough food and you're not getting enough sleep so that your body can recover as you break down all those muscles and all that kind of stuff. So back on track this week, gonna rock it, gonna do it. I got this, we got this. Even if this is your race or whatever you're going through, just know that we got this. We're gonna give ourselves grace. We're gonna work things out. We're gonna figure out what works and what doesn't. And that is just what life is about. Just figuring it out day by day. And we're gonna do it together. And so there we go. So week 4, not super great when it comes to mileage, but we survived and we learned some stuff, and we're gonna keep moving through week 5. So I will see you guys next time, and I hope you will like this channel, subscribe, like this video, all that kind of YouTube stuff that I'm not really legally, but I'm supposed to say because I'm a YouTuber, whatever. So also follow me on Instagram and Facebook for some extra in-between video, just info about what's going on. So have an awesome day, and I will see you soon. Bye.